Hello and once again welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to see how to create the modules and the Terraform workspaces with the 3-tier AWS project with the Terraform. So here not only we are going to create the modules or workspaces, we are doing a lot more here. We are going to learning about the shell scripting and the packer, how we are going to create the golden image of for web tier and the app tier. And here, as you seen in the image diagram, open image in new tab. Yeah, as in the image, before going to this image of architecture, let's going to see what are the things we are going to do in this project. So don't skip up these 5 minutes of intro, otherwise you will not get figuring out what we are doing in this project. Just watch this 5 minutes intro. So here in this project we are going to learning the shell scripting, if condition, else conditions, all those stuff we are going to seeing up here, and the packer, how we are going to creating the AMI image by using the command line, by using the packer, Terraform packer, and we are going to creating the workspaces, 3 different workspaces: dev, staging, and the production. And here we are going to creating the modules for reusability of the code. Lifecycle policies, we are using the prevent, destroy, ignore changes, and create before destroy. These 2 things we are not going to using it in this project. This is we can use for the another purpose. So for the demo purpose we are using just these 2 things. And here for the meta arguments we are using the depends on and the count, and one more meta arguments is there for each. We are not using the for each here, you can explore it later. And here the provisioners, we know about the local executions and the remote execution and the file. Here we are not using the remote and the local, just we are using the file. How we are going to achieving the user data script by using the file, and the Terraform functions, data sources, and filter. This all those things we are going to exploring up in this video. And the version locking, some people have confusion about the AWS provider version locking and the Terraform version locking. So we are going to see what is version and how we are going to locking up this version. And variables, reusability of your values, we are using in different workspaces, we are going to using the variables. And here in the architect, coming to the architect, here in the 3-tier application architect, we are creating the 3 public subnets and 1 load balancer. We are not exposing any web tier or app tier application inside this 3-tier public subnets. As you seen in the image here, this is the in the top side public subnet. What you seeing in the top, the front end ALB only is using for the exposing your application, even not web tier is not placed on the public subnet. It is have dedicated private subnets, and web layer, app layer, and database layer all have independent private subnets in each availability zones. And here we are using the secret management. We are not hard coding any database configuration inside your applications. So we are going to retrieving the data via the secret manager. And the auto scaling and monitoring, SNS notification, if anything scale up your applications or scale down your application, app tier or web tier, is going to send a notification to your mail ID what you given. So we can also we are also going to see the stress testing. We are putting a load on the CPU whether your ASG is working fine or not based on your workload. You are going to see by using this stress test, CPU stress test. And the networking part, we know about the VPC section. Here we are going to creating the 12 subnets and one VPC. One here, sorry about this NAT gateways, we are going to creating the NAT gateway 1 in the one availability zones. Due to some cost reasons, I am just going to creating the one NAT gateway here, and one internet gateway I am going to attaching up in the VPC. That's it. Yeah, route 53. So here in this video I am not going to show how to set up the route 53 and name server details adding in the one of the GoDaddy or hoster.com. so you have to explore it yourself. I have dedicated video to set up this all those things route 53, so I will show it in a moment. And security groups. So here we know about how we are directly exposing the security group, single security group. Here how we communicating only between the security group from 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will show here one thing. Yeah, this is one of the security group. You just observe, this is only for the public subnet. This is only for the public subnet. It is going to exposing 80. Now this is the private subnet web tier. You have only I am giving a permission here to the web front-end load ALB 80 port 22 and ALB, and the jump server I required it due to some reasons. We need to check whether is our application is extracted or running or what Nginx applications. So we giving the access to the jump server 22 port, and the application tier I am just exposing to 80, and I given the access to the web server, this one. Not I am not going to give the application load balancer access. I am just going to give this private. I gave on the here the identification here, and the app internal ALB have only access to the internal access. This is the app server security group. What you creating this is EC2 instance, just assume that this is the EC2 instance. These two things are EC2 instance. This is the ALB. This 1 and 3 is ALB, and one more is this is not exposing to the public. This is only for the internal load balancer. And database server have the permission access only this applications. See, this application only the access of the database, and some of the time we have to put the database into the RDS MySQL. So I am giving the permission to 3306. I know this is quite little bit to understand this all those security groups. So I already created a video to understand better understanding. This is my website harishanshetty.github.io. In the website, in the left side, you can see out in the projects. So here, so I am already done a project. This is one of the project. The previous one, if you do, actually this is not a module basis. This is a straight away of how we are normally we are going to creating the project. So if you have a confusion about the modules and the packer, all those things, you can explore it up by using this video. This is the video, okay. And yeah, this is the normal video, correct. Yeah, use this video. You just watch out this video. 15 plus services covered. In this video, this is the visual way of doing the 3-tier application AWS project. In this project, you can easily understand the security groups. You don't know about the project what we are doing right now in the Terraform, you can see up this video. You will get some idea about the Terraform what we are doing in this project. Terraform project. This is a visual way. I'm just going to show the simple one. See, this is the visual way I am just explored it. The same project is same. Where I left security group. Yeah, this is a visual way content. You can easily understand about the security group, all those stuffs. If you have a doubt about in this project, I know you will get a confusion in this part. Just explore it on the visual way application, not this one. This video, this is the visual way, and another one, this project already done in different way. You can explore it this one also afterwards, if you don't like to do it in the workspaces or modules. Yeah, that's it. For the road 53, this is going to cost some to purchase the domain 150 rupees or 200 rupees going to charge. So you just watch up this where it is, episode 1. Yeah, use this episode 1, how to create it. You will get the idea about how we are going to, not this one, road 53. Yeah, watch out this one. You will get the idea about how we are going to set up the name servers in the GoDaddy, and how we are going to create the route 53 and the ACM. We will get one of the basic idea about this route 53 networking part. So this much is enough to understand it. And one more here, the AWS Secret Manager. Just I'm going to show up here. Let's explain it here, the VPC part. So here we are not going to hard coded any VPC as per the availability zones. We are using the count function, is going to place the CIDR block based on the availability zones, and the internet gateway automatically going to attach one of the VPC. And the NAT gateway here, sorry, I'm going to saying 3 NAT gateways. Just I'm going to using the one of the NAT gateway here in one of the public availability zones. So if you are using production, if you need a high availability, if you production is there, means you have to use the 3 availability zones and 3 NAT gateways per each AZs. And the route tables, we are going to creating up here 10 route tables. 1 public route tables is enough. And if you go with a visual way, you will better understand what the project will going to take. And one more, here we have to install in our machine. These are the prerequisites we have to install in our machine. One is the Terraform and the Packer, AWS CLI, Packer, and AWS CLI, JQ, and the Git, and Python 3.14. Sorry, yeah. Here the command I gave on everything up here is going to installing up the Terraform along with the Packer. See, I give this command is going to work only on the Ubuntu, not expect in the Amazon Linux or CentOS. So if you are using the Windows machine, just create one of the EC2 instance for the demo purpose. If you don't have with the Ubuntu flavored EC2 instance, then you just perform this setup. And we need the unzip JQ. Here I given the command. We have to install all those stuffs. If you feeling any failures, I gave on the reference link. You just go and install as per your architecture. And the CLI also I gave on the link up here. Based on your architecture, install it. and keep ready one of the notepad, keep it ready. And one more, here we are not just going to exploring up the 3-tier architecture, we are also going to scanning up all the infrastructure scanning by using the Checkov. By using the Checkov, we are going to scanning up the infra. For this scanning, you should know little bit knowledge about the Python, how we have to create the environment. So don't worry about it, we are going to see up the commands up here. I am going to show up all those things, and what are the suggestions they given by using the Checkov, I am going to show. You can implement that based on the recommendation of the Checkov, and how to activate it and how to deactivate your environment, Python environment, and how to execute the scanning of your infra code, and saving the report in the JSON format. And you are going, by using this command, we are going to creating the database inside your MySQL. So some of the things we have to replace in the project, I am going to show within a minute. Let's going to explore the project. Yeah. So I'm saying just write it down in the paper in physically. Don't draw it in the app eraser or in the one of the PPT, or just write it down your own by using the pen and paper. Then only you can figure it out how what are the things is going on in this project. So one more here, the GitHub updated data. So here, when the developer is push the code, right, so we need a latest updated after EC2 instance or WebTire EC2 instance. If they improvise the future, means how they are going to handle. So when the developer is pushed to the applications, when your ASG handling the EC2 instance, when you delete the EC2 instance, one of the EC2 instance is going to deleting up your existing data and downloading the latest one and serving the data with the latest information. So this one is going to exploring up. So the project is a little bit complicated and little bit confusion who are watching the first time, who don't know about the 3-tier architecture. So basically this architecture is I taken from the AWS sample. AWS samples. What the name? 3-tier architecture. Maybe this one. Yeah, this is the project I taken from the AWS repo, AWS samples, AWS 3-tier web architecture workshop. So this project is basically in the simple way. You can see up here. The WebTire is basically explored, placed in the public subnet. In our project, the WebTire it is in the private subnet. Okay, keep in mind. And these two things, AppTire and the DBTire, it is in the private subnet. So if you like to this video, maybe I just done it. I'm just going to where it is. Yeah, this video is also I did it. You can explore it. This one. Maybe this one is a visual way I did it. The same thing, the demonstration is same in the visual way. If you feeling any difficulty about this project, you can stepping up the project, watch this video, first one video it is in here, first one, and second one 15 services covered. This video you just watch it out, then you level up this from this video, then watch up this current video. That's it, simple. Yeah, let's move on to the project. Just copy the GitHub repo. If you fork the repo, some little bit changes you have to made it. I'm going to show up. Just copy the, before copying it, let's going to create one of the folder in one of the directory. So create one of the file name as a project. You can give your name, not an issue. Project already existed, project ALB, and let's redirect it and open it up here, desktop project ALB. Shit. Yeah, now git clone, enter it. You can use my GitHub repo also, but try it out your GitHub own profile. I recommend it. Here you can, when you expand it the file, you will see the number of folders, directories and files up here. Don't get confused, I'm going to explain out each and everything in this project. So here, first thing, where it is, desktop project ALB. Yeah, what do you do? Just cut it down this one and push it up here. Don't do it in the same folder, because here you can manually create the S3 bucket, not a issue. So if you like to automate your S3 bucket creations, you can use up this one. Yeah, let's first create the S3 bucket, cd S3. So in the S3 bucket, I'm going to show up here in the S3 bucket, first thing, S3. So this is my already existing one S3 bucket. So I don't have any another bucket, or only one bucket is existing one. So let's create one of the bucket up here. Before creating one, I'm going to show one of the command to see up the ncdu. Yeah, so in this Terraform file, what we are going to doing up, we are going to creating one of the bucket up here, and make sure if you are doing creating the S3 bucket in the Terraform, just change the variable, just change it as per your name, what you like. Otherwise, if you, this bucket is already configured, already available, is going to fail up. That's why. Where I am going to creating up, I am going to creating up the AP sub 1. The version I am going to locking up 6.27.0. So in the Terraform AWS provider, so in the registry you will find out the version. See, the version is 6.27.0. This is the latest version. You can lock it up by using the previous version. So my project will work on this version of AWS provider. So I am just going to locking up. So, and one more, the Terraform required version I am locking up 1.14.0. If you are using older version of the Terraform, just update your Terraform version, and the command is, I am going to show up here, Terraform version. Yeah, you can see up here the version I'm using 1.14.3 up to I given the permission 1.16. So if your version using the 1.13, this project not going to work. That's why just update the version. Otherwise you change up to here, give 5, otherwise 10, up to you. Then provider I given the episode 1 and the variables. In the main I'm going to creating the S3 bucket, the tags here, prevent destroy, as say in the previous prevent destroy 2. This is like locking up for accidental deletion of your resources. So if you set a false, is going to deleting up. We are going to sync up this in a while. And the versioning, I am just enable the versioning. So tf state file is going to maintain the each time. So just enabled it. When the new tf state file is created or modified, it's going to maintain the previous one. So just given the enabled. If you don't like it, just given a suspended maybe or disabled. I referring the S3 bucket 1 ID up here. What we created here. This is not the exact S3 bucket. Exact S3 bucket is name is here. And the encryption we enabled it. If you feel difficulty by using the Terraform, just you can create it by manually, not an issue. And go we are init, just type Terraform init. So first thing we have to create the S3 bucket. Why means I am going to show up here in the project. Yeah, the initialization was done. So now we are not created any bucket up here. So let's first take a access key and the secret key. Go with the IAM recording. Yeah, here go with the user. This is your root account, not the administrator account. Create one of the root account here, and when you come up, you can see up here it is in the administrator access, not have the limited access. It's have the administrator access, and click on the security credentials, and you have permission on the creating the 2 keys. I'm going to deleting up the older one. Yeah, so here the access key block, create access key, command line interface, select this command line interface and confirmation. Just check up this block and click on the next, and description demo VPC ALB, create access key. So you will get the access key and the secret key. Just copy and paste it here. So not this one, secret key, and once download the CSV file, click on the done. Right, so now just copy the access key and move back here. Make sure you install the AWS CLI for perform this action. Configure AWS configure, this is the command. So I already have the secret key and access key, just rewrite it. is going to asking which default region you like to set up. So I'm going with the AP South one. You can use the US East one, and the format JSON. Yeah, we successfully done the AWS config. So let's cross check it whether you have access or what. So this is a command to list up your buckets, whether it is listed, is created or what. So one bucket is there. Now this bucket is not created, 8745. This is 2125. Let's create this one, 2026. Right. Terraform, apply, auto, approve. Before you can use the Terraform plan. See, the one of the state file is created the locally. Now is not created. Now it's going to create. So here in the plan is going to saying up, we are going to adding up three things. Is going to showing up here what are the things is we are going to implementing this when you apply it. So is saying Terraform apply, Terraform apply, auto approve. Yeah, 3 file is created, and let's cross check it up here. Yeah, bucket is created. Inside in the bucket you are not seeing any tf states files, it is in blank. Just copy the bucket name, don't even confuse you up here. Yeah, you can see up here when you create the file in the locally when you create the infra, the locally tf state file is going to store in your local machine, not in the remote side. So another DevOps engineer or the cloud engineer is going to perform the action, means they don't have the tf state file, so it's not going to work. Is going to create in a new infra. So to achieve this issue, just closes up this one. This is the 3-tier application project. Here I created the backend up here, backend.tf. Don't get confused, this is the 3-tier application. Inside application, select the backend, and here in the backend just replace up here your bucket name, not my bucket name, your bucket name, because we are storing the terraform.tf state, not the locally we are going to storing up. We are storing up this one in the where S3 bucket. So region I specified AP South 1 where it is in the bucket, and encryption is true. If you don't like it, just give a false and use log file. Yeah, the one part of creation S3 bucket is done. Let's move back. So for doing this project you need a patience, otherwise it will not going to work. This project you will not going to work. It will project will work, but you can't able to understand what the things is going on up here. So let's first begin from the versioning. So as seen earlier, the provider is a 6.27 AWS provider. I am locking up the version, Terraform version is 1.14. This one we did it, and variables we just defined up here. Region and database instance class the database. This is related to the RDS part modules, and here you just observe the database username is string, and we are maybe alphabetical or numerical we are using up here, and the DB password also string, we are using the alphanumerical passwords, and I am defining up here sensitive, it is like a boolean, true or false, and database name is string, and multi-AZ I am just going to giving a defining where you can place your RDS, whether in the single instance or multiple AZs, is publicly accessible, false, and backup retention period is, we are not giving the alphabetic, so we are giving the numerical, like taking a backup retention like 7 days or 10 days, like that. Backup window we are setting up, I am going to show up here where it is there. Yeah, you will get a better idea up here. See, multi-AZ is boolean, is true or false, and this is also public accessible is boolean, false, and backup, see, backup retention period is 7, I mean we are giving up, where I left it, variables, yeah, backup window is 7, string, this is over. Yeah, backup retention period is number, type is number, I am defining up is 7, and the backup window is also number, string, maintenance window is string, because we are using alphabetic and numeric also, that's why I am giving the string. Skip snapshot boolean, so same like as this what we defined in the variables, same we defined over there, and this all those things we are going to we given the numbers. And SNS topic, let's going to explore it one by one modules up here. Yeah, this is related to the route 53, you have to create your own route 53, I can't able to show up in this video because it's going to take some time, that's why. And the Bastion image, this is the jump server, so where your region have their own AMI image, you have to change up here. If you creating this infra in the one of the Singapore region or somewhere in the Europe region, the AMI image is different, so you have to change up here, and US each one also is different, you have to change up. And the key pair you have to create same wise, otherwise you have to create the your own name, key pair name, and you have to replace up here, that's it. Let's explore it by one. In the module section, let's see where we left main. Yeah, first we have to create the VPC CIDA block. So without VPC network we can't able to achieve this project. ALB security groups, Route 53 target group, and the ASG auto scaling group, we can't able to do it all those stuff without creating our VPC, own isolated VPC. You can do it by your, if you have existing one data, means I mean existing default VPC means. So why we are using the data, we are going to exploring it all those things. Let's explore VPC first. This is over VPC, yeah. So in the VPC section, we are just giving the resource what how we are creating the normally, I'm just segregated all those stuffs in the left side. You can see up here the bashing server, RDS, all those I segregated separately. I'm not included all those stuffs in the single CIDR block I defined in the dev tf var file. And the data, here the one thing, observe the data, I'm not hard coded here the availability zones, which is have, if somewhere in the US East 1 we have the 6 availability zones, when you come to the India AP South 1 is we have the 3 availability zones. So that's why I'm not hard coded here. Based on the private based on the subnets what we given in the variables is going to create based on that availability zones. C and VPC is created and it is enabled, the enabled DNS support is true, enabled DNS host is true. So in the visual way I am going to show how we are going to creating up this one VPC. Create VPC, yeah, click on the VPC and more. Here give any name, not an issue. And here I am going to giving up here 75. Yeah, here in the subnet variable block I gave on the 3, where it is, you can see up here the public subnet I defined 3 public subnets here, 1 2 3. So I am selecting the 3 public subnets, and the private subnets you can define up to 6. So here we required 9 public subnets, so we have the limitation in the visual way, right? The same thing, and here the NAT gateway zonal and 1 availability zones, and here just observe enabled DNS support is true. See, enabled DNS hostname and enabled DNS resolution, the same thing we given true. If you set a false, is going to setting up as a false. And the tag, basically the tag is going to do VPC ALB, is going to setting up VPC ALB, and here Terraform workspaces. So still we did not created the workspaces, right? Yeah, for the workspaces type Terraform workspace list. Yeah, basically we did not initialize the Terraform in it, that's why it's saying error message. Just perform Terraform init and make sure you replace this S3 bucket name, whether you created manually or created by the Terraform S3 bucket name. Yeah, it's successfully initialized, and it's okay. So we have to check it up this Terraform workspace, right? So this is the command Terraform workspace list. So now right now we are using the default. If you execute this command, Terraform apply is going to show up in the tags as a default -default. So create the workspaces, just type Terraform workspaces new dev. See, created a workspace, created and switched to workspace dev list. Now it selected the dev. Is going to maintain the independent T of state file in the S3 bucket. And one more, new staging, you can give it staging, created and prod. Yeah, we created 3 show workspaces. So currently is selected a prod workspaces. You can list up here. See, now we selected prod. Let's move on to the dev, because we are performing the dev tf variables. So just type select dev. And list. See, now we switch to the dev. So the command history, this one I am going to give it up in the GitHub. Yeah, Terraform workspace. So this is the sub commands, you can perform it. This one also I'm going to give up here. Yeah, we done the workspaces, creation of workspaces. Let's understand in the what is Terraform module. This is required, this is okay. What is Terraform? They use, in short answer, see, Terraform modules are reusable, self-contained Terraform configuration that group related resources together. Why they are used for reusability, write once and use many times VPC, EC2 instance or EKS, etc. And clear, it is a clear structure. Keep it in a large project it is in organized way, and easy maintenance, update in one places and reflect everywhere. So here you just observe, I created the dev tf variables, right? So here we have to provision the same infrastructure in the US East one. This is the region AP South one, observe, and the staging I already created. This one we are going to creating up manually after some time. Here you just observe US East one. By using the same infra of our modules, I am going to using the same code, everything. I am not going to change anything up here, just I am going to modifying up here. It is, I am just provisioning in the 192 to 168 series. In the dev we are provisioning the 10.75 series, and you can change it up the SNS topics easily. You can modify it. You can see up here desired capacity web. In the development we are given the 1, and the staging we defined it is a 2. So that's why it is the reusability of our code. Instead of hard coding in the single pack of project, it is easy. And here in the development, the Route 53 hosted zone is the same. The record name is dev, and up in the staging I given the record name as a staging. And the Bastion image, earlier I said IMI image is different from each region, so that's why you have to change up. 24E it is in US and 285 is in the AP, and the key pair also you have to create it up based on your region. Everything is same. So based on the Terraform workspaces is going to create. Yeah, we learned about the simple understanding of modules. So let's move on to the next. Yeah, he is going to saying and showing up in the terminal and understanding to the Terraform. We have the 3 availability zones. Based on here you just perform this action. So we are using the count. So count it going to iterates up to how many subnets are you defined it. So it is in the application public subnet we are defined up here. It is I am given the length, and CIDR block is count. It iterates 1 2 3, again it finished to the 3, then is going to stopping up here 0 1 2. Again in the private subnet resources is going to counting up 1 2 3. We are not using the for each method, we are using the count method up here. And if in case any EC2 instance is provisioned inside of this public subnet, is going to attaching up the public IP automatically. So I am just hard coded here. You can also use it up here in the dev TF files, not an issue. So I am tagging up here ALB subnet public and a Terraform workspaces, the private the same thing. Just observe in the diagram, same thing. See the IPs are same, 1 2 3 ALB AZ1 AZ2 AZ3, same as public length what we defined in the var file, same. App, this one is a web private and this one is the app private subnet, and this is for the database subnet private, same as in the diagram. So internet gateway we are going to attaching up here we are attaching up internet gateway up here, sorry. So just give a tag up here, you will get a better understanding what is going on this up here. And the allocation elastic IP is allocated in the NAT gateway. Here internet gateway is attached to the main. The main.id is up here. This is not exact of your VPC name. This is your VPC name, VPC ALB -dev based on your Terraform workspaces. This is not your name of your VPC. Yeah, one of the elastic IP is created. So here I just hard coded only one NAT gateway is created on the 0, where I am defining up here you create only one in this private public subnet. I am giving the permission create one of the NAT gateway here only. in the private. I'm not given any count from for each public subnet, private subnet, public subnets. Okay. Otherwise, you can, if you select to the one, is going to placing up the NAT gateway here. That's it. Tag is same, and elastic IP. Elastic IP, one of the elastic IP is required, so it's going to creating up one of the elastic IP. The route tables is going to creating the public subnets, and it's going to attaching up internet gateway. We required internet gateway in public subnets, that's why we defined the route up here, and the private subnet web route table private. If you have a knowledge in the visual way how we are performing, you will get easy understanding. So if you are come with the newly means, it's quite difficult to understand all those stuffs. And the private app route table private, and AWS route table private. So this is essential required, and associate we are adding up each private public. We are associating this public into the public route table, same as it is in the private web app private and the database private. So in the NAT gateway, we have to, in private instance, we required some internet access, right, to perform some actions, so cloning up your data and installing the required packages. So that's why we are attaching the NAT gateway, one of the private web route table private associate private routes. So here we are using the depends on. See, for the NAT gateway we required the elastic IP. So here we using the depends on. So once the elastic IP is get ready and is send a signal, I am ready, so then only it performs this resource action until it's going to wait stage. So depends on one of the life cycle, we use it up here, and again the same app NAT gateway route table associate we are using up here, and database also NAT gateway. If you don't like to use it in NAT gateway, you can also remove it. So the section of the VPC is clear, and the variables you can see up a map tags, where I left it. So yeah, if you have multiple, so if you have a multiple tags means we are using the variable as a map string. So if you have a single variable value means you can use the type string. If you have a multiple, like what we defined here, this is the map string, you can use up here. Let us see up whether it will. Now we added it, right? So list string ALB subnet public. What? This is the list string, list and string, list and string. For the count, see, we are using the count, right? Length is equal to list string. So it going to iterates until it matches 0, 1, 2, like that. Where I left here, same. Yeah, we defined, we covered the VPC section. So let's move on to the next main. This is over, this is over, and next, once the VPC section is cleared, you just assume that in the main module I defined here module. I defined the module, and here in the source we have the all the related details what we defined up here in the section. Go with this folder, I have all the related details and perform the action. And this what you're seeing where VPC created block, this all those stuffs I return in the variables in the root directory, not inside also we returned, and the root also we have to write it up, because we are using these two files, dev tf-vars and the staging tf-vars, that's why. Yeah, now let's move on to the security group, and this one is done. And in the security, yeah, once depends on module is completed, right? Once module is completed, this module is successfully executed or completed, is going to achieve this security group. So yeah, I am saying I have the module related details of security group, just go and perform this action. So VPC ID is module, I am saying up module, this is the module, and VPC ID, where it is main, yeah. For the access of your application app tier or web tier or database, I gave one of, I'm just creating one of the bastion or gem server. So here in the one of the public subnet, I am creating one of the gem server up here 22, and egress I am just going to enabling all bastion security group, and is going to defining up here your route security group, same. See, this is related to your security group ID, not your name of your security group. So when you define the tags, this is the security group names. Tags is your security group names, not these IDs, resource IDs. And I am creating the AWS security group for the front end load balancer to expose your application. I am giving the port number 80, exposing what I am using where VPC ID. I mean what we creating VPC, we are using that VPC. Inside that VPC create these security groups, all those stuffs. 80 is I am exposing, and 443 is essential required, because we are using the ACM, and egress 0, and I am just giving the name as a front end. This one you can also change it up here, front end ALB, front end ALB, and this is the web security group. This is only for the ASG related purpose, right? Here in this security group we are hosting 80 port. Why? Means we are using the Nginx, that's why. And the 440, this is not essential for the because we are not doing any rerouting the 443 port, that's why it's not essential, but say for you can keep it up. And for the accessing of your app tier, 22 port is required. So the bastion security group ID I gave one up here. I am mapping up this bastion security group to this here, and front end ALB security group, web security group, and the app internal security group. So I know this is quite difficult to understand for security group what we creating up here, I know it, but if you see in the visual way you will get a better understanding. And I am just redirecting that security group to the web security group 80, and 4000 is essential. In the ASG the application will host on the 4000 port. So I am going to showing up here, where is the application, yeah, application port index, yeah, here you can see the port is 4000. The application backend application logic will work only on the 4000. and the health check is /health. That's why I am exposing the port 4000. So it only have the access, ASG have only access the internal application load balancer, and we required SSS also. That's it. And database security group, this is normally you can see it up here. So I am giving the permission to the app security group, application security group, not the ALB, internal ALB I am not going to give. I am giving the application tab 3306, and ingress I am exposing the port 3306 to the bastion, because we have to perform or add some database value inside our machine, our MySQL. That's why I am exposing up here. Yeah, the security group is clear, and let's move on to the next. Next, going to creating the RDS. So here, once the VPC is created, I given the dependence on module VPC. So here in this module, same what we seen in the VPC, same as procedure. If you like to explore it, just type AWS. At least you need some knowledge about the Terraform, then you can this where it is RDS here, AWS DB instance. AWS DB instance. See, when I click upon this here in the resource, so you will get the block of the commands. Just copy it, and the same thing I am did here. Identifier, where it is. It's okay. Instance class is I defined up here. Engine version, and username, password. All those stuffs I defined same. I just copied from the this documentation. So what will happen, that's why I am saying I am just locking up the Terraform provider version. So if you go back in the older version, so it's going to saying up you are in the older version, the current version is 6.27. So quite little bit is changed based on the version, that's why. You just explore it later, this all those stuffs. And the life cycle, so here in the prevent destroy, I am just what I am going to give for the safer side, I am giving as a true, because for accidentally someone is trying to destroying the RDS, is going to locking up with, if you change to the false only, then your infra or RDS is going to delete your infra. Earlier it was false, now I set it true. Let's see it up. So and one more, if you change anything in the tags of your RDS, is going to ignore it. If you comment it out, this one, if you comment it out, then what will happen, what are the things tags you defined in the infra in your local infrastructure, is going to reapplying it. The new tags what you applied in the console, web console, is not going to stick on that without ignore changes. Just give ignore changes if you like to update your tags, or you can use anywhere, like backup window. If you like to change the modification on the visual, you can use it, backup window. Ignore changes. backup retention period, backup window. So if you given like this, is going to ignore it. Right. So you can use it like ignore changes. We seen about the depends on, prevent, destroy, and ignore changes. So it's not required right now. The output we're giving database instance endpoint and database instance ID. So this is essential database instance endpoint because we have to store it up in the secret manager. And before creating the RDS, we have to create the subnet group for separately. So we are going to creating the subnet, private subnet. This part is done, and the secret is normal. Just copy it from here. Secrets. So you will get the blocks up here. Just copy and paste it over there. Done. That's it, simple. Secret is done. RDS also is done. Secret is over. And ASG part. So application, this is for the front end part. Application load balancer going to handle it. And target group is required. For target port I am giving the 80. The health check is / because we are using the engineering, that's why I am giving this /. Yeah, listener is 80, correct. So we redirecting HTTP to HTTPS, that's why I am giving the port. I am redirecting to the 443. Forward, see, forward. And the launch template, AWS launch template web. This is you just figure it out. If you know about the visual of you creating the infra, then you can have some idea about the launch template. Launch template is nothing but a recipe of your food. So here one thing you observe, app ALB DNS. So what will happen, this is the front end ALB DNS, this is the internal application tier DNS address, is going to taking up and placing on the launch template. I'm going to show up in the while creating the packer. I'm going to showing up. This is the application tier internal load balancer ID, right? So tag specification same as it is. Auto scaling group. So this is the scale down, step scale down. Just copy and paste it here. You will get a idea. Default cooldown. Yeah, and desired capacity. You guys know about this. Desired capacity is going to maintain 1 or 2, and minimum you should maintain at least 2 instance. Maximum you can scale up to 5 to 6. So here first scale up, I have a policy to scale up. I am going to show that one also. The launch template, use always the launch template as the latest one. If you changed anything on the launch template, so it's not going to sticking upon the older version of the launch template. Every time when you create a new instance, is ASG going to handle the latest one with the latest launch template. This one also we are going to exploring up later. And instance refresh is going to checking up the 50% minimum is going to maintaining up. You can setting up to 60% or 70%. Yeah, same as what we created in the web. It is in internally true, that is in the web application ALB is false, maybe internal. Yeah, web application, this is a front load, that's why internal, this is not internally we are distributing the traffic. So where it is application app, yeah, in the application load balancer, this is the internal, so that's why we are setting up this variable as a true. Load balancer type is application, and security group I am using the backend application load balancer, not the application security load balancer. I am using the backend application security load balancer. The idle time is 60. If you set it true, the ASG is not going to deleting up when you destroying the infra. Target group with 4000. So what is shown up here in the earlier where I left it, application earlier yeah, is going to always going to checking up whether your application is up and running, and your else check is going to checking up whether it is work, then only is going to serve the traffic. So is going to check up here. This one we are going to exploring up here only, same. This is the related to the target group, not the launch template. And listener is 80. Creating one of the IAM rule. So it is EC2 instance, so to need to create, right? That's fine. So secret policy I defined up here. You have the permission access. So ASG handling the app tier, right? So for that, automatically and dynamically is going to fetch these secrets, whether it is RDS endpoint or username, passwords, all those stuffs, or database name. So it required some secret manager permissions. That's why I created. You can see the policies up here. So allow, effective allow. That's it. And the attachment, I am just attaching to the policy to the application tier ASG, and the launch template for the ASG. Yep. Auto ASG auto scaling. This is also I gave on the 60 seconds to cool down up. If 60 seconds is not going to handle this 50% of the CPU, then is going to continuously. For the demo purpose, I gave the 60. In the production, you have to set to the 300 seconds. I'm approximately 5 minutes. Let's see up this one, and the target group ARN. Yeah, this is also done. I'm not shown up here the secret management, how they are going to taking up, right? So this is the script. Don't change, try to change anything in this part, database part. This is not hard coded. So what I said in the earlier, in this project, the database configuration file, this configuration file is hard coded. I will show up here. This project, application code, application to database. Sorry, this is secret management access, not this one. Did it somewhere. Yeah, you can see up here, it is hard coded, everything is hard coded, is not taking up dynamically all those stuffs, database host name or endpoint, username, password, and all those stuffs. So in this file is going to handle secret manager, is going to taking up all those details dynamically. Don't change anything in the DB config. So this is done. Notification. So for the notification, just given here, this is not related to the creation of the SNS topic or subscription. This is related to attaching the whether EC2 instance is launched or terminated, or launch error if in case any got a failure in the instance launch template or terminated. So it's going to send a notification mail to your email, and the outputs, this guys you will know about the is going to showing up the front end endpoint of your ALB and the back end ALB address, and variables is same, and the scaling policy is going to checking up web application scale up. If in case is going to, if target, if the CPU is increased or user is increased, the CPU is automatically triggered to the 60%. So currently I will show it on the while working. So if in case is CPU is maintained the 60% of CPU utilization, it waits up to 60 minutes whether is holding the 60 seconds of CPU usage, it's going to spinning up the new instance. This is 1 minute. Actually in a real case, so they use the 300 seconds. You can scale, you can use it up there. This is the app ASG related, same procedure. We are going to sync up this one. This one is done. ALB also we seen it. And secret, this is the separate secret one I created. Okay, route 53. So this one I already created one, route 53. So here we just going to defining up, the type is a record we are defining up here. So record is taking the data if you have already existing one, thus just place it in of our hosted zone. This is route 53 module, right? The module is done. Let's move on to the packer. So here if you find this one AMI ID, just deleting up. This is my use case. So before deleting up, I am going to showing up in the test case what I am going to, what I am did it in this test case. When you infra you are creating based on your timestamp and date is going to creating the AMI image. This is AMI image is going to storing up here when you performing the action. So each time when your packer is executed, if in case the AMI image is not existed in this part, now is AMI is not existed here. So then is going to creating up, is going to checking up initially on the first time. If not existed, then is going to creating the AMI image. So just the deleting up, you can keep it, not a issue, just delete it up. Packer, in the packer, let's explore it here, then you can understand. Packer, here you will find out the front end and the back end. In the front end, this is the information related to your creating the AMI golden image, right? So AWS region string, so where I am going to creating up this one, AWS region, this one is hard coded inside when you executing the dev apply. Here I am going to show how they are working automatically. This is the Packer version we are using up, and this is the related information about your AMI image, how we are going to creating it. So I am creating this AMI image in the t3.micro. You can also define its t2.micro also, not an issue. So I am giving the name as AMI image 3-tier front end, and the SSH username, because I am using the Amazon Linux, not the Ubuntu. If you are using the Ubuntu, you can also define in up Ubuntu SSH username. So how they are filtering up this AMI means, just observe AL2023, come back to the console and type AMI catalog, not here, AMI, yeah, here on the AMIs, here click on the public images. So you will look up here, so many images are available here, right? So what you do, AL2023, AL2023 hyphen AMI 2023. So when you filter it out, you will get number of AMI names and AMI IDs. So here, how to find out the latest one AMI ID means, here in the left side you will see out AMI catalog. Yeah, here just filtering out which AMI you like to get it. So here 6.12. So just type 6.12. This is the latest one. You have multiple is showing multiply, right? To check exactly how you like to get the information, just copy this one AMI ID, and here you can find out here. This is the latest one. Harish, you can ask me, Harish, how you know about this is latest one? So when you scrolled up to the right section, here you can see the date is 1 month before is created. This is the latest one. On the 4 o'clock, around 4 o'clock is created, this AMI image is created. This is our different October or November. This is the latest one. Sorry, this is the latest one. And the same date in the 12th is created this one. but the version is 6.1. You can also see it up here, 6.1. The version latest is 6.12. So that's why I'm not hard coded any AMI image in the packer. So based on that is going to fetch the latest one and going to create the latest AMI golden image. Most recent is true and the owner is Amazon. So again there is another option to filtering out the details. Just copy the command what you have, just copy it from here to here and paste it on of the ChatGPT. Get how to find out this image ID. So it given the command, just copy this and execute it. So here you can see the 28F, to 85F, right? So this command I am also going to give, and one more command the ChatGPT given. Copy this one. Let's see what we are going to show. Yeah, it's going to showing up the full ID and with the timestamp when it's created. So this one also let's paste it up here. Right, done. Let's move on here. Yeah, this is the packer script, and I'm saying in the manifest file you just save the details in the JSON format, AMI IDs, because you should maintain whether is a image is created or what, that's why. And while creating the AMI image of your own, I am just saying execute this or related stuff also. So I am defining up here setup.sh. Make sure you, where it is, packer front end, ls lrt, and give a permission chmod +x setup, and give a permission to this one execution mode, and this one also we should give the execution mode. Make sure the same procedure in the backend also, packer. If you need this command, I give it up here. Okay, now I am saying in the packer just execute the things what is inside in the setup.sh. Here in this project we have multiple execution shell scripts. Don't get confused. Based on the related topic only you should focus. Don't get confused, only involved it. Here in the front end part we are updating the instance with the latest dependencies packages release, and here we are installing the nginx along with the git, and is going to enable and starting up the nginx. This is one of the part is done. Then what I am going to saying, install the npm inside this packer. The version here you will get up this command here in the npm install, yeah, node.js.argo. Here just filtering out this command. This is the command to installing out. Here I am using the 22 nvm 22. If you like to install the 24, you can also change it up to the 24 if you like to experiment out. So that's it. We are installing the nginx and the git and nvm in the front end packer. This is enough. And build image, this is a normal case. How we are creating the packer. If you know about the how you guys creating the packer, then it is easy to understand. This is related to the creation of the packer, not the installing any packages inside your AMI image. So I am just saying, just save the image ID in the front end ami.txt. Packer init, make sure you install the packer what I given in the GitHub repo. So if you feel difficulty to install, you just export it in ChatGPT. This is the installation step to build the image. That's it. The front part of the packer image is done, and the backend is the same thing. Packer required image required version and 3-tier backend. There we given the 3-tier front end, here we given the 3-tier backend, 93 micro, easy to user, and same as it is. Recent Packer backend shell script. Here in this shell script we gave on the command line is different. Here we are not installing the Nginx, we are installing on the Git, and MySQL is we are not installing the all MySQL, we are just installing the MySQL community client version, not the whole pack of MySQL, because if you install the whole pack, it consumes some lot of storage spaces. That's why we are using the small set of the client to communicate between the MySQL RDS database and to the front end application load balancer. That's why. And NVM we are installing because our application data is also in the npm format. That's fine. Okay, this is not a front end, is not going to show up in the visual way. So because for the logic related purpose we are installing up NVM. So PM2 we are installing up because the application backend logic should always up and run. So that's why if you have idea about the PM2, then it is easy to understand. Yeah, PM2 MySQL done. So if you don't know about the PM2, let's ask it up here. What is PM2 in NVM and why we use? Yeah, PM2 is a production process manager for the Node.js application, often along with NVM. Keep Node running forever. It is going to handle your Node application up and running always forever, and if your application is failed, is going to restart your application if in case is crashed in case of heavy traffic, and it also maintaining the logs. So this is related to the npm. We are just installing npm, not executing the stuff. That part is I am going to show up in the part of the launch template, right? Yeah, the packer section is clear and the module section is clear. Now let's dive into the main root hub. Here we seen about the backend of all those things, the backend creations. Checkov we did not see in the, but this is the already practiced one. I am just going to deleting up this one. Data. Yeah, data is nothing but collecting the already existing infra details. So up here we can't able to hard code up the image for the launch template, right? So that's why we given the data. First thing, you understand the AWS availability zones. What are the AZs are available, where we define the region, there is going to fetch the details about the AZs, whether it is 1AB, 1A, 1B, 1C. So like that is going to fetch the details. And AWS AMI front end, here same what we defined in the Packer module, Packer section script, same the most recent one, which one is created recent one, golden AMI image. The owner is self, not the Amazon, our self what we created in earlier in the recent time. I am going to filtering out the name as a, if it is existing one 3-tier, just take up that image and perform this infrastructure, and filtering out state is available. If in case is still modifying or still creating or still unavailable, is not going to take up that AMI image. If state is available, then is going to taking up. I am going to show when we applied it. Thus backend also same, the filtering out the data ACM. Here just guys, you taking up this one, this part you just copy and paste it one of the notepad here, then only you can easily find out. Then create SMS topic and subscription. Okay, this one is okay, and done. This one we covered everything. So here let's this one we'll cover it up later. And here, yeah, just see it up here. This is the dev.tf vars. So how to execute this one, I'm going to show up here. Don't worry about this shell scripting what we have in the root main directory. Launch template, yeah. I missed to show up this one, these two things. Where I left this one, maybe ASG part, yeah, here I forgot to show up these two things. This is related to the launch template. Yeah, in the ASG module we creating the launch template, right? Oh, right, use dynamic AMI for the data source. Yeah, in the launch template what I did here, I created the two web user data .sh and app user data .sh. What these two things? So in the front end I given the user data, what are the things is shown, you guys seen about the stuff is displaying on the terminal output. You will get some ALB output details or IP address, public IP address, private IP address, or RDS endpoint, all those stuffs. So here what will happen, this launch template here we required only one part up here where it is, yeah, earlier I shown up to you, this part you just replace it, only this part, Nginx. this is like a user script. I'm going, let me show up here, you will guys get an idea. So when you're creating the normal EC2 instance, what will happen in the advance, you guys entering up here apt install nginx or git or unzip, all those stuffs, right? The information what we have in the launch template is going to looking up same as it is, but when I hard coded here in this part, this one is going to replace what the output is generated in the terminal is going to replacing up there in the launch template. This you will going to make sense after while creating up. So if you like to doing your in your GitHub repo, you have to change up this name, and if you change up the repository name, you have to replace up this all those stuffs. And here again is not going to install nginx, but safety purpose I am just installing it. I am going with the, this is launch template. Inside of the, once the ASG is executed, then is going to perform this action git clone, and is going to copying up this version web.sh, where it is in the application code. In the application code, what I given up here, go to in this path, give up, I am giving the permission owner group, I mean owner permission EC2 user to the this directory, and then copy the web file, you will understand where it is, application code web file. It execute this command once the launch template is started, then what the action we the script is written, this script is going to perform. What is there, it is in here, is going to copying up this one to the EC2 user. I am saying same as it is, go to this folder and perform this action, and again you move to the web file and give the permission owner group, ownership permission. And here what I am saying, we installed already node nvm, right? So I am saying just perform this action, install the dependencies and npm run build is going to building up your application initially. If you the developer is improvise something the interface of your front end like payment or catalog, different aspects, so then every time when the EC2 instance is created, is going to perform this action with the latest one. And where I left it, web user, right? So this one is done. Then what we're going to do, this once the this perform action is done, web.sh, then what will happen is going to replacing up your nginx file. See, nginx file up here, what I am saying, replace this id where so this is the internal ALB, we have to replace it, we can't able to manually perform this action. So that's why once the this is related to the terminal output ALB information, then nginx, this is the information we using the sit command, we using the sit command to replace this value. So this is the exact version we get the information in the launch template. then is going to replace in the nginx file which is have in the nginx, then is going to copying up the existing one in the application load balancer, then is going to copying up which you have modified in the application load balancer. This is nginx, is not included in the web file, it is outside of the web files. Is going to copying up to the etc nginx .config. Then we are moving up web.sh and refreshing the nginx, and this one is going to checking up the nginx configuration file whether it is okay with the configuration, otherwise going to showing up this command. Then we are going to restarting the nginx because we configured the nginx file, that's why it's done. And the web.sg where it is, and this is the launch template of the app user data. So here in the application tier we need the npm on the node.js git mysql client is required and jq is required. So up here same thing what we did in the web tier, same thing in the app tier, but there is a little bit difference. Here we are not installing the nginx, we are just running the application by using the pm2. Just copying the application file and running the app.sh. This is giving the permission, whether if it is not execution permission is not there, it is going to performing afterwards. What is inside in the app.sh, giving the permission, same thing. And here when you go to the this directory app files, is going to installing the secret manager client. So we are getting the information of your database configuration from the secret manager, right? So that's why we installing the dependencies of the AWS SDK client secret manager, and MySQL 2 also we are installing it up here, and installing the dependencies and audit fix we are going to doing up here. And here pm2 start index, this command is going to handle up to start your application backend logic application. Once it done, if in case if a EC2 instance some cases is rebooted or your application got failed some reason, this command is going to take up the things. When your system is rebooted, again is going to start your application, whether your application logic is crashed, again is going to starting up by using this command. This command is going to start up your application, this command is going to handle up your application handling. Done. And this is the database details. This one just we are just going to copy and paste it up. Web app db, this is the database name. Let's going to create a company and all those things. I think we explored all the stuff. So here the main thing we did not say anywhere, dev apply. Yeah. So normally what we are going to do, Terraform apply, right, or Terraform plan. So here the Terraform plan is going to asking the value is not defined because we defined in the dev.tf-vars. So is going to asking the manual way. So that's why what you have to do, Terraform just type up tf plan -var file equals double quotes dev.tf plus just hit enter. So it's going to show the details what we are going to planning up here. Here the data is filtering out the whether the AMI image is present or what. So presently there is no front end AMI image or back end AMI image is not placed it in our AP South 1 region. Let's move back to the image section. Image owned by me. Yeah, there is no image here what we created. Then I given the application command line up here. On the first time you just like to execute because we have to create the image on the first time. On the next time you can use your normal command version. That is not issue. So here in the export I am using the variable as a AWS region AP South 1 because if you created this application same as a US teach one, if I hard coded here is not going to work. Again is going to create in the AP South 1 and again is going to create the US teach one or somewhere. So that's why I executed given a command line as a export is going to storing up for the temporary purpose. And the front end AMI image is a 3-tier front end, back end 3-tier back end. First thing is going to checking up if the image is available in the present region. If the present region if is listed AMI image here, then is going to skipping up this process. See here, if in case the image is not available, then is moving back to the Packer front end, then execute this command. This command build AMI ID have the related information what the command we have to execute it to perform or build the Packer information, though it can confuse. This information just performing do the action. Once the information is done, this command is executed, is move on to the second one. If the again is going to check whether is a backend AMI image is present in the region, then is going to skipping up. Otherwise, if not present, this is going to creating up. The command line is simple. If in case the Terraform init if you did not performed in the earlier, then is going to perform it again. And the Terraform apply what we see up here. Yeah, this is Terraform plan. If in case AMI is present, is going to show up all the plans. Right now we don't have it. Terraform apply, same thing. Here we just replace to the apply and auto approve. If you did not give on this one, you have to give SS like that. So that's why I am giving the auto approve. Just ls ltr dev apply. Just make sure it's have the execution command, execution permission. Then and once you cross check it, Terraform workspace list, make sure you are in the workspace of the dev and cross check it what the things you are doing up here. And once the cross check it all the details, class 1 and backend window you can change up Backend window is morning 3 to 5 and maintenance window is 7 to 9 on the morning. Is okay. Desired capacity, this is related to the ASG. This is related to ASG, and SNS topic we did not create it, right? So move back to the SNS. I have one already. Create one new one. Create topic first. When you get it, click on the topics first. Create topic, standard one. The manual something little bit changes, we have to do it. Topic is ALB SNS demo and create topic, and subscription you will get up here. Create subscription, the automatically is selected. Make sure you select the proper one, and protocol is email, your mail ID. Create subscription, yeah, you will get a email and confirm it. Yeah, subscription is done, and move back to the topics and select one you created recently. Yeah, copy it and replace up here. I given a comment out here, you just replace it, and here if you have an Route 53, just replace your domain name, and here you can give any name. If you don't have Route 53 or you did not purchase any domain, just remove the section of the Route 53, and maybe you have to do some modification in the front end ALB. You have to perform it. And the bastion image, and make sure you have based on the region, the AMI image is different. You have to cross check it always. In the US each one is different. Let me cross check it. 85F and the North Virginia. Version is 12 only, but here it is not 85F, it is 24E, that's why. So in the future also is going to changing up, so that's why always cross check it. T2 micro, and in new key pair you have to create the name, the key pair name, where it is key pair, yeah, the name is new key pair. You can also create a new one, otherwise if you have an existing one like me, you just give a name, otherwise create a new one and give the same name, not issue, just to replace this one also with your own. Okay, now everything we set up, we cross checked it, everything. Oh sorry, we did not created the ACM certificate manager. Click on the certificate manager. Certificate manager, yeah, we have it already. In the certificate manager, we can have it already, right? Yeah, if you don't have certificate manager, I will show it in the US each one. Have it already here. In the staging area I will show it. In the tags, make sure you given the proper one, domain, your domain name, where it is in the data is going to filtering out of the ACM certificate up here. Give the tag name as same as it is, and change the domain name up here, same thing, that's it. And in the Route 53, hosted zone, and you can see it up here. I don't have any dev dot or ishetty .xyz or staging, So is going to handling up automatic dynamically. Yeah, everything is done. And where it is bucket here, and just check it up here. There is no, yeah, he's already created one env. So yeah, is tf state file is also handling up. Yeah, for each workspaces is handled by env environment. Inside the environment is handling up the workspaces. So make sure you are in the dev, don't get confused. And where it is okay, VPC. Let's start the script. Yeah, approximately is going to take up to 25 minutes because AMI creation is going to take up to 5 to 6 minutes, and RDS creation is going to take up to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, almost done. And ASG group, all those stuffs is going to take 5 minutes. Approximately is going to take 25 minutes. You have to wait. Long time is going to take RDS and the AMI image. We have only existing one VPC. Let's dev dot apply dot sh. See, now here is going to checking up the AMI image. If it is present is not going to take the building version. If it's not present is building. If it present is just skipping out. Now is front end application is building up. AMI image, where it is AMI catalog, not AMI image. Before coming up here, it will show up here while building. Now it's just initializing and preparing the front end. You can see up here package builder front end is building up T3 micro, what we defined in the packer front end script. T3 micro, right? Is going to take that resource type and setup.sh. This script is going to perform it. Simple. This is not related to installation script. This is related to only for the packer setup. I know it is quite little bit confusing on the first time. When you doing this stuff, then you will get going to figure it out. Now stopping the source. Now is 12:05 approximately. I started on the 12:05. Now let's see how much time is going to taking up. So is going to stopping up here, and in the image section, let's refresh up here. It will come up here once the things is done, terminated. Is terminated, and let's refresh up here. So I am in the North Virginia, sorry, Mumbai. Yeah, you can see up here AMI image is created for the front end. It is available. What will perform in the infra data is going to filtering up this part. This part is going to filtering up whether this name is existed and this state is available, then it is going to take up the values. Same thing in the backend, this one also same data, existing one. This is done, and now is going to performing the backend. Backend is going to showing up the related details, what they're performing, installing the Git, MySQL community, client installing, plugins, NVM node installing, and if you like to test up in the 24 latest node version, you can also use it 24 in the Packer. So Packer section is clear. You can observe earlier I deleted this one. Earlier I deleted, you just remember that one. And now again is created manifest file. This manifest file, JSON file, is going to hold up your, storing up your information related artifact ID of your image, 5BC5 and 5BC5. So if you perform the say command in the US-1, is going to storing up in the US-1 AMI ID. So that's why we are using the JSON, and here is going to storing up the image for the temporary purpose. Here you can see the backend manifest file is going to creating up in a while. Is done, and backend also is going to stopping up. It will come up here. PM2 is also successfully installed. See, the backend image is created. Now it came to the available. Now it's terminated. Yeah, it's terminated. Now it's going to perform this script. See, the backend manifest file is created. Is going to storing up. Now the Terraform is going to perform the action. Now it's going to showing up all those details, what are the things is going to applying. Yeah, here the VPC is going to creating up web private 2. See, 0 1 2 0 1 2 0 1 2. I'm not hard coded anything. By using the count index is going to take up a list string. For each is different and count is different. For each, if you defined anything, is going to sticking upon the each availability zones. So NAT gateway is going to holding up. Then when the elastic IP is or NAT gateway is created, is going to associating this NAT gateway to the public subnet. Sorry, private subnet. Let's cross check it in the VPC section. VPC, yeah, just refresh up here. See, one of the provisioning, what we provisioning in the Terraform is created with the name of the Terraform workspace. I am not defined any hard coded this dev, right? So I am just going to show up in the VPC main. Yeah, Terraform workspace, and the environment I have given only up here. Environment is dev. I am not hard coded anything up here. Based on your workspace name is going to defining up. If you given any tags in the different resources, is going to showing up out there. Refresh. Yeah, all those created, and just sort it out up here. 1 2 3 4 up to 12. Yeah, is created successfully, and it is in the each availability zones. This AP South 1 A B C. This one is I am not also is not hard coded. What you see in the data availability zones is going to fetch the ACs and going to setting up here. 1 ABC, 1 ABC. Just cross check it. Yeah, it feels better. 1 A is 2 B C 3 C, and the 4 A same as like it like that up to 12. And the name I given the database subnet private same as it is. What we have in the file, and this is the file. Same what we have here, the same thing over there. I am not hard coded any names over here. By using the length string, the count function, count is going to create this. All those functions going to taking up these. Yeah, now is going to take up to 15 minutes. I will come back once the Terraform infra is done. Now one pending we did not cover it up. We covered up this one on the last Checkov. Checkov we did not cover it up, so I'm going to show up. If you like to, okay, let them continue this one Terraform info. Let them take up one more pwd, right? cd yeah. So in the command line given up here, I deleted the generated Checkov file. So command line where it left it, make sure you install the latest version of this 3.14 version, and cross check it once. Okay, environment also you have to install it, pp also install it, and you have to create the environment. Just go with there. Let me continue here only. Terraform package. This is fine. I'm just going to creating the environment. Maybe it's created. It's created, and let's active this one. Source pip bin activate. So is activated. Now pip 3 install Checkov. See, I'm already performed this action, that's why it taken less time, less seconds. So in your case is going to take 2 minutes to install. So Checkov is installed. Now the command to generate the report, so you can see up in the left side, Checkov report.json is not up here in the left side. What you will do, just copy the command. You can execute this command also. This one is going to showing up in the terminal only, is not going to store the report. Just copy the command Checkov-d dot current infra, and make sure you are in the current infra, make sure, and JSON format, and the output format is JSON, and save it in this name. Just hit enter. It's going to scanning up your infra code and giving the report. Yeah, report is generated. You can see it up here. This report is going to give a suggestion related what the implementation you can do in your infra. So it is passed reduce potential for who cloud image name confusion attack based on this code block of data. This is okay, and is going to checking up all those tier files first thing. Somewhere is going to show up the failed. It is pause ensure EC2 auto scaling group uses EC2 launch template. They're giving suggestion. It is paused means your infra is right now, and this is a good practice to do it. So it's going to suggesting up. If in case failed, yeah, this is failed checks. Ensure the ALB drops HTTP header. It's going to suggest the do some implementation. And next one, yeah, is giving a suggestion. Give a enable deletion protection in case some of the developer is trying to destroying your infra. Give a infra protection by enabling is the enable disable protection. Load balancer for the front end. Failed. So here application load balancer is log is enabled, is going to saying up. You can do it up. Protocol HTTPS. This is maybe the backend. Yeah. So by looking up this document report, you can implement it. See, I am not attached any IAM role for the EC2 instance. That's why it's saying they failed. Still continuing. Let them continue. I will come back once it's done. Let's explore it, you guys. Yeah, one of the Bastion dev, jump server is up and running. So basically, we should like to communicate between the application server and the web servers and the database. So to interact for that instance, we need one of the bash instance. So it is in the AP South one. You can see up the one. So in this here I just place the jump server to access all these private servers, and it is public IP address is enabled. As you remember in the VPC section, is public IP is enabled when is instance is hosted, but I am not sticking on the elastic IP. So if you like to place on the elastic IP, is going to charging up. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, infra is ready now. So in the output you can see up here application load balancer. This one is replaced by the seed command I'm going to show, and this is the bastion IP. I mean jump server for access. This is the RDS endpoint address, and you can also copy it and paste up here. So our front end is ready, and you can see the backend data still we did not configured it, so that's why is not showing up here. So we have to put the data inside the MySQL. Before doing that, I'm going to showing up little bit about the launch template. Here everything is spinning up and up and running. This one is failed because the web data is not present, that's why is failing up here. And the secret manager, right? Yeah, the secret manager is created today, January 2 and 2026. When you click upon this retrieve secret values, you can see up here x30 and x30, right? So the password which we have given in here, username and the password and database name, username, password and database name, and RDS is dynamically and automated way is created with the help of the output, right? So let's move on to the template section. You will get better understanding. Template, launch template. Here the two templates is created. You can see up here default version is 1 and default version is latest version is also 1, and in the web select this one, and here select the appropriate one and click on the advanced details and scroll it down up here. It's not going up. Okay, no problem. So here earlier I said is going to replacing up the RDS information, endpoint address. See, earlier we have in the launch template, it is in where I kept it. Yeah, this is the value, right? So now value is changed up here. So this value is replaced in the Nginx file when this launch template is executed on every EC2 instance creation in the web application, right? So this part is done. Now let's move and connect it. This running, let's check it. Running web application, connect, copy it. This instance is correct, not this one, sorry, bastion, I mean jump server, and copy it and redirect it. Where you have deactivate, yeah, paste it and connect it out. Yes, yeah, we have the inside on the jump server. So we like to connect the web server for the testing purpose, whether is replace the Nginx server is perfectly or not, configuration file. So just take up this IP. Before taking up, let's copy the command. Just you have to do some changes here. SCP, same name, and here home/ec2 user. Just copy it. Just observe what will happen here. I'm copying my existing one, new key pair.pam. All those key pairs I am giving the all those haptar, webtar, and db. So that's why I'm just copying it from local to the remote EC2 instance. Jump server. Now perform this SSH and see, now I copied by using the SCP command. Earlier I said now you will going to learn the scripting and the command, Linux commands, lot more things, packer, all those stuffs. So this perform is done. Now jump server don't have any Nginx or lot more stuffs. We are just using this as a gateway to connect all those servers, internal part of the private servers. And copy this one. We know about SSH -i pm ec2 user @ and paste the IP. This is the web private. So here how you identify? You can identify by using the web.sh or a web file, right? So ls etc nginx. So here when you execute this command, is going to take up the original backup of the nginx file and rename it as a backup. And here we have an existing and customized nginx configuration file. Just nano nginx right. Here you can see up here where it is, internal application load balancer. See, we can't able to hard code it on every time. We can't able to hard code it on every EC2 instance creations on every time, right? So that's why we given the information in the launch template. Every time is by using the set command is going to replacing it. Simple. So now by checking up this web address, front-end application load balancer address is quite large, so user can't able to remember all those stuffs, numbers, right? So we have added the record dev.reshetty.xyz, so it can easily to remember it. So let's check it up. So here you can see my website is up and running with the HTTPS connections, certification is valid. So earlier this one I created. In the staging area I am going to show how to create the ACM. Oh, sorry about this. And this is done. Now the web is running, and the app tier we should look up whether it is right or wrong. Just copy the IP, exit, same is, and replace this one 9 to 26 S. See, this is the app tier. Now the command is pm2 status index. See, it is not up and running. Why? Means the information of web app DB is not present in the MySQL. So we are inside in the app tier, one of the instance. So we have to connect the MySQL machine and insert the data. To perform this action, I given the command in the GitHub. Yeah, this is the command, and replace it up here. What the instance endpoint? This is the instance endpoint. Go with the RDS. Here we will get it when you select this one. Endpoint. Copy it here and replace it. Copy and try to connect it. Password is password what you given in here, password. If you change something here it is stored in the secret manager, then you have to give this same password up here. Done. Now the database is app.db.sql. Just copy it and just paste up here. See, everything is done, and click on the exit. Now you can see up here index is same as error. pm2 start index is working online. Status, yeah. Yeah, let's try to refresh our website. See, our data is up and running. I mean, we are getting the data, and let's try to add it. Add, yeah. See, our data is added. Oh, sorry, this one is my what? If some case in the application tier, if someone is improvise the application, not here, any improvements was done up here, is going to again install the dependencies and give the latest one, featured application data. Yeah, this part is done. Let them add some more. Is working. Yeah, up and running. Now let's try to check it up. So I'm sorry to show up. We can also see it up here. So go to the target group. I'm sorry to show up here. I can also show up right now. Health check, not targets. Here you can see it is healthy, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stopping up. Stop. Now is going to show up the unhealthy state. Suppose if you have 2 or more EC2 instance, what will happen in the application load balancer is going to distributing the traffic. Only live EC2 instance is going to stop the traffic to the unhealthy EC2 instance. Is going to checking up. We have given the threshold to the 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute we are given. Status. I given 30 seconds. See, now it's unhealthy state. Now what I am going to give, where it is, the web is okay, and here I am going to give 2 and 2. This one I am going to change to 4. Save it and the command observe in the instance we have only one app tier, right? Terraform apply var file equals dev.tf was auto pro. See, right now I am not executing the script because we performed the creation of the AMI image. That's why I'm just directly executing the command. Right. See, he is going to modifying up here. ASG application, only one is applying. Running. App. No problem. Okay. Now one of the instance is created. See 9.26. So is not up and running. So this one will go into up and run, and let's refresh up here. We don't have a database connection, that's why is got not getting any data related information. So in the target is going to show up here unhealthy state when PM2 is started and application logic will run automatically. If the 4000 portal is up and live, then the traffic goes there. It's going to take some time. Initializing it will take some time. It will come. It should come to the 3x3 check. Where is the SG? See, it's changed automatically. Instance still running. Yeah, I came to live. Target groups LT. See, the new one is came to live. The PM2 is automatically handling up because database data is present. So earlier it was not there, that's why it's shown the unhealthy. So the intentionally we stopped the unhealthy state. So is going to serve the traffic healthy EC2 instance. Healthy EC2 instance, yeah, done. So again I'm going to starting up PM2 start index. Let's check it. It should come to the healthy state again. So one more thing, we have to check up the stress test, right? So here let's check it up, refresh. Yeah, we got a notification also, stress test, and this is test notification, leave it. And application notification, okay. Yeah, see, now both is came to live when he gave one, when it application logic business logic is started, right? So what we have to do now, we have to perform the stress test, right? What is the command? So I given, maybe it is here only. Yeah, install this one. Instance, I keep it like here. So maximum instance, observe this one, instance is 2, it should go up to 3 or 4 when we done this stress test. Install stop and stress. Stop. Do it in the application tab. If you have a confusion, just cross check it, it is application tab. Then just copy the command where I left it. Now stop is not have much load of the CPU. Stress test, we given the threshold to 60 seconds. When hit it is going to spinning up new instance. Oh, it's going up, I know. We have to wait 60 seconds. See, based on the stress test, you can see up a new instance is created. And sorry about that, if you have a single instance, we can see about this stress test. We have already have the two, right? That's why I'm given a stress test to the 2 instance after. And here in the target ASG, you can see up here, it spin up to the 4, see, and instance, one more instance is created maybe. Yeah, based on the maximum set of the instance, it created 2 more instances based on the workload of your app. Same as it is in the web tier also, we can define that same. So after the maybe 60 seconds I given here for cooldown period, maybe where it is, yeah, cooldown period, default cooldown period for 60 seconds is going to check if CPU utilization came to low, then is going to terminating this instance. So once spin up was done, we getting the information about the notification by the SMS. So we got the information auto scaling group launch for the group dev app, right? So description, launching a new instance EC2 ID, this is the ID, and yeah, if we cross the 60%, spin it up, yeah. So let's see up the cooldown period. Four, and first check it out in the target group. Now is 4. Yeah, you can check it out. The target groups is now up and running 4. So is going to terminate it after the CPU utilization came to the below 60%. Yeah, now the data is serving, business load is serving in different EC2 instance, not only a single instance. So we have to wait it. Let me wait. Yeah, after 160 seconds of CPU utilization down, you can see up here the 2 instance is just removed. So when you select up here, so earlier it was showing 4 and the 4, so now is 2 by 2, and here in the auto scaling you can see the policies app scale in and app scale out. So 60 seconds, you can also increase up to 300 seconds, 5 minutes. So you can also get a notification once the instance is terminated. So we got a notifications once is terminated, terminating EC2 instance and the instance ID we are getting up here. And where it is target group, yeah, earlier it was draining up. See, you can, here is draining up. I mean the target is not available to serve the traffic, so that's why in the target group is going draining up. So everything is, maybe we captured it, and web also, automatic scaling, yeah, set. You just increase up 60 seconds to 300 seconds in the scaling policy. Yeah, here scale out, I just increase to 300 and same as it is. Yeah, we covered everything in the AP South one. Let's move on to the, yeah, it's terminated, done. Let's move on to the Mumbai, not US East one. So here where it is, image, yeah, let's go to US East one. The script is ready, everything is ready. So AMI image is not here, the dev is up and running, so AMI image is not available in US East one. So before that, what we have to implement it, one SNS topic we have to create it up, and the staging, if you like to do it production your own way, means I am just replace these values of CIDR blocks and the region. If you like to experiment it, just go with the production prod, and make sure you just switch to your workspace. So currently I am in the dev, I am going with the staging one. Select staging, yeah, done. So here SNS topic we have to create it up. SNS topic. Make sure you create SNS topic in North Virginia. Maybe it is there already. I'm not going to using it the same one. Yeah, create topic standard ALB demo US East 1 subscription email, confirm it, and done. Now ACM we have to create it. I am going to show how to create the ACM. Running ACM. Yeah, there is no ACM which is not present in the North Virginia region. Click on the request public certificate, click on the next, and make sure you given the proper domain name. And here I'm giving the wildcard star I'm giving. In your case also give the star, because we are using the subdomain or staging dot, that's why. And the validation, DNS validation. So I can't able to show up your route 53 here. You have to do it your own yourself. Done. Now it should come to the issue state, not the pending, because in the data section is filtering out, I have said earlier. And make sure you given the tag, don't forget to add up this one. Let's manage add name domain, name, submit. Yeah, is issued also. I got issued. And where is the route 53? Yeah, this is, yeah, we have only dev.reshitty.xyz. Let's copy the topic. Yeah, this is the topic, ARN topic. And where is the staging .vf? US East 1, and make sure you changes all those details. US East 1, and some more things you have to change up here. You just change your, as per your requirement, you can change 172 series CIDA block, and T3 micro, TSD public fail, retention, same 4. Replace this one, SNS topic, and here domain name also you replace it, and you can give any name of your subdomain, record name, not an issue. And the best in image, currently in the EC2 instance the image is different because the region is different. Yeah, C24E currently is okay. On the future you just replace this one, and the key pair name, just create the new one if you have an already, that is okay. And let me create it. New key pair US create, copy and replace here, save it, and environment is okay, I think is okay, done. So now I just copied from what the things is here, the same the staging apply. So here you just replace the region US East 1, the currently echo dollar radius region is not, I think, removed, on the time being is used, right? So procedure is same. Make sure you just replace the name, file name staging.tf was, and yeah, that's it. Recording created, right? Apply staging apply such is going to creating up instance used is one instance, yeah, it's creating. Again is going to take 25 minutes because the freshly is provisioning, that's why. Same procedure what we did in the dev stage. Yeah, it just created the infra. Let's cross check it instance. So I am in the North Virginia US East 1. So you can see up when you refresh up instance as per the Terraform workspace. So the name is got changed, staging, and the VPC also stops, everything is same, and target group here is target group is unhealthy. So one instance I'm going to starting the PM2 service. Now let's try to connect via the Bastion. So the key pair is different, keep in mind, because we are in the North Virginia. First let's chls ltr us key pair, yeah, just give a permission ch more 4000, right, then paste the command. Now take the one of the IP, so we did not copied, right? SCP home/ec2 user accept. Copied. ls clear. Now let's take one of the application private IP, and you observe this here 192 series, not the 10 dot series, 192 what we defined in the variable in the staging, right? SSH I US and EC2 user thread. Yeah, PM2 status st index. Now it will work. Then again is going to stopping up after some time. Why means we did not configure database creation, that's why. So see, again we got error after some is trying to fetch the information of the secret manager. When it is not ready, then is showing the error. For okay, let's take up the RDS information endpoint. You can get up in the console also. First where it is, write it up here. MySQL host user admin and password. Password why is I did anything wrong? Right, everything is correct now. App 8.130. Why staging? Let me check what is happening. Yeah, I just figured it out why is getting error. So given the port number here, I have to just remove the port number, hit enter. So we got a login, and where is it? Copy and paste up here. Done. Exit. PM2 status start index. Yeah, now up and running. Let me cross check it up here in the target group. We have incorrect. Target group. Yeah, one of the EC2 instance is serving the traffic, so this one is DD84 is not up and running. So let me delete by manually DD84 9.30 this one 8. Okay, no issue. Delete this one and terminate it. Let them continue. Now move to the route 53 here. Just refresh it. Earlier we have dev, right? So let's refresh it up. Now we have the staging which we have in the US East one. Just copy and paste it up here. So this is the US East one 3-tier application with using the same infrastructure code. So the data is we have inserted only 2, right? So you can also observe it up the top, staging, and here this is the dev. The database is different. We have inserted some more, a lot of database data inside in the episode 1. So this is different, and this one is different, right? Yes, east, yeah, right. Now let me see messages. Yeah, notification whether we got or not. Yeah, on the testing phase we got it. On the launch for the setup, launching a new EC2 instance is going to launching up because we terminated manually. Right, and refresh. So one of the new instance is spinning up, initializing. The old one is terminated. There it is. Yeah, here, old one. Spinning up. Let me check in the target group. It's training. This one is training, and it should come to the new one. Yeah, the new one is up and running. I am not even tested the pm start command without touching any instance or without logging up. Is spinning up because the database is present in the MySQL, right? So we covered all those stuffs in this project. We covered the modules, workspaces, AWS Secret Manager, Workspace, and the storing the TF state file in the S3 bucket, Packer, MySQL, and the shell scripting. Checkov for infra scanning, we using the Checkov, Python. We covered almost all the stuffs in this video. Now right now we have to perform to delete the infra, right? So to delete the infra, make sure where you are. Terraform workspace list. Yeah, you are in the staging area, staging workspace. What do you do? TF command is, I am just given there, destroy. Command same, you just replace instead of apply, just replace with destroy. Just copy it to the staging. Don't get confused and make sure where your workspace you are in. Staging, enter. So is going to delete, but maybe is going to fail because we given the prevention destroy, prevent destroy. So is going to stop up maybe on the RDS deletion. Maybe I given or not. Yeah, as expected. AWS DB instance I given as S. Go to here, RDS main, in the life cycle, prevent destroy to the fail. Save it and rerun it again. So I'm not shown up. Yeah, one more thing, manual stuff you have to do. Let them continue manual stuff. Go to the IAM here. Select this to AMI image in US East one. Sorry, not this one. Action, deregister AMI, and Do the same thing in AP South 1. Register, delete. You select this one, delete associated snapshot, because the snapshot going to save it. If you uncheck this one, that's why. Delete, register. Yeah, successful done. And go to the SNS. So you created the SNS topic, right? Go to the North Virginia topic. Delete this SNS topic. Is anything, and certificate manager. Yeah, do the same thing in the AP South one. In my case, I'm keeping the all those stuffs as I'm not going to deleting all those things because I'm doing a lot more. That's why I kept it same. You guys delete up the, and make sure you delete the Route 53 hostage zone. If you don't like to be get a charge, delete zone. That's it. Yeah, this one, this is done, and it's destroying the auto scaling. It's going to take up to 10 to 12 minutes going to take for destroying. So this is done, and let me delete, take another CD desktop. Let me delete from here only. Take another one, Terraform workspace list. In real use case, don't parallelly perform this action. Select dev. Yeah, I switch to dev. You are in the dev, then where it is in destroy, copy and paste it up here. And oh sorry, for that just comment it out. To here, because before destroying I already deleted the AMI image, that's why getting error. Okay, let them clear first. In the main folder maybe is getting error here, just commenting out. Again I have to create. Sorry, I did a mistake. Don't delete the IMI image in the before destroying your infra. Again, I am just created again. See up here, by using this command again, AMI golden image again I created. Sorry for that interruption in middle. So now destroy. Copy and paste it up here. Yeah, is now taking action, is destroying 71 items, is going to destroying it. And you can see up here the US East one, all those details is destroyed. Once you cross check the AMI in the US East one and as well as the RDS, just cross check it whether it's deleted, because it incur your cost. Nothing is your snapshot, nothing. Backup, nah, right, done. And what we left, yeah, we deleted infra everything. Secrets, right. Yeah, in the Mumbai region, you delete this after this termination was successfully done. Once you're done, you just remove this one and the SNS topic and ACM certificate as well as the Route 53. That's it. If you like this video, I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe to the channel and share this video across your friend circle. If you like to do more projects related to DevOps, this is my website, arishinshetty.github.io. The projects, you can filter it out based on your interest, right? And on the right side you will see the badge LinkedIn. You just connect me or tag me if you done the project. Anyhow, once again, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe to the channel.